Welcome back everybody to the Dimas Wine Shop and Tasting Room video. Thanks for tuning in once more. We've got a good lineup this week, and this is all owner's picks, so specifically Ron and Mellissa have gone through and paired some of these wines with Girl Scout cookies. It's Girl Scout cookie season, so we have picked, it's your option to try it if you'd like, but we have picked a cookie to go with each one of these wines. So let's take it from the top. Let's do the Scharfenberger, which we've been pouring this for almost since day one here at the shop. This comes out of Mendocino, and it is 60% Pinot Noir and 40% Chardonnay. Has this nice, real creamy vanilla, and it's also done method champenois, which means that the secondary fermentation takes place inside of the bottle, which is how we get the bubbles. But just a really nice, well-made wine. We've always said that Scharfenberger, for us, you know, there's a couple of good houses here in California, but this would certainly rank amongst the top 3 in our opinion here at the shop. Then we go right over here to the Trinitas. This Trinitas is their 2013 Sauvignon Blanc that comes out of Napa Valley. It's all done in stainless steel, of course, and has some of those grassy notes that Napa Valley wines are known for, but it does have a good tropical fruit characteristic like mango and pear and pineapple and so forth. So I think it's great, especially when it comes to food. It has a nice level of acidity. Then next up here we go into the Muscardini. This is made by Michael Muscardini, and we've been pouring these wines now for a couple of years, but I really like, a lot of his wines are more style driven. They're more about his influence on the wines, but they're all single vineyard. This one here is, this one comes out of Sonoma, and it comes out of a vineyard called La Chamazelle. And it's done with primarily Zinfandel, but it does have some Petit Syrah to it, and it has those real nice baking spices and cloves and so forth at the end. That just makes a really nice, different, almost high-end drinking Zinfandel. Then, speaking of stylistic wines, we go right into the Runquist, and we've been fans of Jeff Runquist here for some time now, but it's funny that we're doing these wines side by side because they're very similar in that they're very style driven as opposed to terroir driven. But Jeff Runquist, the 1448 means nothing more than the elevation of the vineyard, but this is a blend of his entire varietal program, and it is primarily Petit Syrah and Petit Verdot. It does have some tannin in it, and I said 1448 because of the elevation, but it goes through a French oak regime, and it also, there's a real smokiness to it. And from what I've been told is when he receives the blanks, his barrels, he likes to receive them blank and does the toasting on site under a hickory flame, which gives these barrels, and especially these wines, this real smoky flavor. Then we go to Lapis Luna. And the Lapis Luna, this here is their Merlot. It is 100% Merlot. I think what's interesting about this wine is that it doesn't see any oak. It's all stainless steel. It has a very floral, very clean, and very bright texture to it. And also, it isn't as full in the mouth as you would expect an oaky Merlot to be. Real pretty, and I think it's one of the better values that we have here at the shop. And then last but not least, we go with the Gibbs. We like Gibbs. This is the Obsidian Block. This comes out of St. Helena. This is all estate fruit, and it all comes from St. Helena, and it does have Cabernet Sauvignon in it, about 82%, and then the rest is Petit Verdot. It's 20 months on oak, 30% brand new oak, which seems to kind of be the common trend right now. Everybody that's doing oak in some of their high-end wines is doing a 30% new regime to it, which just, it gives it enough new oak, but not an overwhelming amount of oak. And that is the lineup. I do want to mention that we do have a couple of things coming up. We have a pretty full schedule coming up through the rest of April. We've got Wine Club that's taking place on March 12th and 13th. That takes place from noon to 4. Then we're doing Tapas Tuesday on March 22nd. I'll be doing some dishes. We haven't chosen the wines yet, but we will, and I promise you it'll be good. And then on Sunday, April 3rd, I believe it is, April 3rd from noon to 4, we're doing, Cooper's doing another beer tasting. So I'll be doing some beer grub style food for that Sunday. But thank you so much for tuning in, and I forgot to mention wine class has just been going phenomenally well. We just finished week 4. We have 2 more weeks to do, and we will be doing the North Coast, which is everything from the Golden Gate Bridge and up. We'll be doing that for the next 2 weeks. On Monday we'll be focusing more in Sonoma, but we will be doing some Napa, and then the following week we'll be doing Napa, Calistoga, some of the sub-districts, and then going all the way east into Anderson Valley. So thanks everyone for tuning in. Thank you for your continued support. We'll see you soon.